People's Town Hall. Let's get back to the questioning. I have Mr. Undu Nwokolo. He's a security consultant and the chief executive officer of the Next Year company. Thank you so much, Mr. Nwokolo. What are the questions burning your mind on the issue of security?
Thank you, His Excellency, and thank you again for offering Nigerians opportunity to listen to you. So I'm going to be very direct. My questions are going to be two, but I'll be a bit particular. I'm going to take two conflicts and two regions so that you can give us direct and punchy answer. First, I'm going to look at banditry, and I'm going to do that farmer-header conflict. And my questions will go, if you watch between 30th of October and 5th of November, between these two regions, there were about 24 incidents pertaining to banditry, of which about 60 people were killed and about 60 people were equally kidnapped. And to most of us who understand the security issue, we think that the Nigerian state has mismanaged the entire situation. If we become the head of state, what will you be doing differently to make sure that the north central part of the country and the northwest part of the country is secured? That is my first question. Would you like him to answer to that? I don't want him to mix up the... Okay. Do you want to answer that?
I can answer. You see, the issue of security is not just a matter of police, SSS, guns, and so on. You see, for you to have effective security in any country, you have to ensure the security of food, you have to ensure the security of health, education, infrastructure, all sorts of things, even job opportunities. Now, once you do that, you find so many instances, and of course, grudges will go down. And of course, dialogue is very key. Government must be talking to its people. President must come out regularly, in my opinion, if he can, every week. Talk to the people. Tell him where we came from, where we are, and what we intend to do. And people will be happy, even to see that their president. President and other key government officials are key, that people of that country, even those friendly countries, will be happy to ensure that things are going well. So there are many aspects of security that are key that must be handled very efficiently for you to have a very happy community, very happy country. Now, in the absence of that, of course, many things will happen. And that's when you can have all these things. Most of the things that are happening in some of these parts of the country in the north, in my opinion, are lacking in some of these things. And therefore, you have so many things, so many grudges. At the end of the day, if they are not addressed, some people will take arms against their fellow Nigerians and start killing people, maiming people, taking them for ransom, and all sorts of things. Another key thing is drug. The issue of drugs must be addressed very, very well, because most of these things are being done under the influence of drugs. And in most cases, you find now people are not fighting drugs. When I was in Kano, we handled the issue of drugs very effectively. We formed committees, some under NDLE, some under NAFDAC, with all the relevant stakeholders, and they were going from one point to the other to ensure that anybody taking drugs is being picked. And out of the 26 institutes that we built in 4 years, one of them was reformatory in Kiru local government. So anybody caught taking drugs will be taken to reformatory for 3 months with psychologists, with clergy or imams, and everybody with the family. At the end of the day, we will take them back to normal. And then all of them, without exception, were either given work with the government or they were given capital to go and start their businesses. In fact, in that line, we take them to ITF in Kano to train them in various trades, give them capital free of charge to go and start their businesses. And most of them now working in government. In Kano, if you go, many of them I don't want to mention places, but many of them were picked in motor parks, some along this and that, in dark places, and then they were revived, and now they are leaders in the society. So what is critical is that government has to do its own bit. But for those who would insist in being the bad boys, now that is where the issue of security agencies would come in and take necessary action to ensure the peace of the society. Thank you.
Thank you.
So quickly, another question on my kind of security. Yeah.
I'm happy not only that you were governor, you were equally a member of the Senate. And I'm sure a lot of Nigerians believe that security vote is not in our constitution. So my question is, most of us think that is unaccountable and has been linked to corruption. So, and however, most states that get this money are using it to either fund or back up the state police commands in their state, as well as fund their own state vigilante services. So my question to you is, if you become the president, what's your view about the security vote? Will you remove it, or will you make sure that it becomes a constitutional item? That's one. Second question, will you, as a president, support the establishment of a second-tier policing in the country, considering the escalating number of violent incidences in the country?
Thank you so much, Mr. Walker.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You see, for the 8 years I was governor, I have never taken 1 naira on the issue of security vote. Not 1 naira. It's not even there. And I have inherited governments that were taking 10 million naira in a day, 7 times, 10 times. In fact, at a stage, we have a record of 12 times because the governor can only approve 10 million naira. So they will take 10 times whatever number they want. And on a day, if the CP or the DG, or the director, SSS, or anybody wants to do anything, we'll listen to him. He should defend it. And once we are satisfied, anything above 10 million naira, I will take it to the council. And the only thing that we did not publish for the 8 years I was governor was the money given to these security agents. But we have the records. So, security vote, in our own opinion, is a big way of stealing money. Because that's why I have never done it. And if I have an opportunity again, there will never be anything like security vote in the presidency. So we have seen cases where a lot of money is being siphoned in the name of a security vote, and nobody can defend it. And in my opinion, I think that should be stopped using whatever means, because it's only a good way of taking cash from the treasury. Now, the issue of second-tier police. Now, if you check our blueprint, you find that we're open, restructuring, very much open, including state police. I think that's the one you are talking about, and so on and so forth. They were part of our own understanding of restructuring. Now, while we believe that we will listen to the people, we will do the right thing, but at the same time, we will follow due process. This is not something that the president will sit in his bedroom and announce the change of constitution to insert the issue of that affects the relevant clauses in the constitution. So we are ready to follow due process as long as Nigerians are interested in that. But on the other hand, we believe most of these things coming up are as a result of government failure. Once everything is going well, all these things will die down if everybody will come and do his normal businesses, without any harassment from anybody. If everybody can go to school, everybody can have something to eat, everybody has hope for tomorrow, I don't think anybody will start talking of this system is not working. Now, if there is failure, the implication is that people will not, nobody will want to own it. And then people start going around and see, okay, what is the fault? Oh, it's the fault of Nigerian police. Oh, it's the fault of Nigerian army. It is structuring. Oh, we are poor in social players. We want restructuring. So we are open for restructuring, including the state police and any other thing that somebody or some people believe that it is necessary for the progress of this country. Thank you very much.